Here is our 1986 Porsche 944 Turbo. This car came from a gentleman who owned two major car dealerships in the Bay Area back in the day. We're talking about in the 90s and late 80s. He sold primarily Hondas and Toyotas, but this Porsche came in one day as a trade-in from the original owner, and he bought it and kept it for himself all these years. So if you haven't noticed in the back, it still has its old dealer plates. That's because when he bought the car sometime in the early 90s, he just put the dealer plates on and drove it all these years with the dealer plate on. So it's out of all of DMV systems. If you notice on Carfax, there's no record of it. That's because the car wasn't registered every year, so they didn't have record of it after the, I think 1993, according to Carfax. So the Carfax is shown towards the end of this video. Check it all out. This car has sat since 2006 when I picked it up. He had this and a Detomose Pantera. Those were his two cars that he wanted to die with, but the place that he had them stored, he had to move out of there, so he had no room to park the cars. He didn't want to leave them outside, so I was lucky enough to be able to make a package deal and buy both cars. The Porsche didn't really need much work. We cleaned the fuel, changed the fuel pump, and we didn't do a full service. So whoever buys this car should do a full service, check out what is needed. Not much is needed. The car is internally very solid. The brakes might need to be done, suspension here and there, just TLC, but nothing major needs to be done to this car. It's lovely. Cosmetically, it's beautiful. We think it's all original paint. You guys are welcome to come, bring a paint meter, inspect it. Now, this Porsche has had no previous accidents. There's really no damages on the car or major dents or scratches or anything I can really point out to, except for minor flaws here and there, as you'll see in this video, because I will show you every inch of the car here. So check out the video in full. Go on the website. You can go through the, 400 photos I have on there, or 300 photos. If you have any questions, feel free to call me. Feel free to get the car inspected. Whatever you guys like. Very beautiful car. Lots of potential. Clean California title. Very unique history, and only two owners, one of them owning it since 1993 or even before that. So make sure to watch the video, read the description, and call me if you have any questions. You can reach me at 831-920-8216, and we're here in Monterey if you guys want to come down at any time. Thank you guys, and enjoy the video. Very nice carpets, very good shape. All around. This car was indoors most of the time. For when it's set, it was indoors. Seats are in decent shape. Of course, for its age. So we got that emergency light and this brake light for some reason. Probably needs a good service, brakes done, maybe a fluid change for the brakes. We got the car after it's been sitting for almost 20 years. So we did a little bit of work, but we didn't do a full service. So when you guys get this car, give it a full service, but it's just breathtaking under here. I mean, the car in general is just in very, very good shape. Look at the paint. And this, we believe, is all original. Everything is just so nice and clean under this hood. It is just amazing. Someone really took care of the car, and obviously it was stored indoors. The motor sounds great. It runs great. There's no known leaks. The turbos work excellent. The thing has so much power. Going down the road, it is like a bullet. And you know what? I think the brake fluid is low, so I'll make sure to top that off. And that might get rid of the light. Now that I'm looking at it. Should probably top that off. No rust, or even just not even surface rust really in these areas. The car is just very, very nice under this hood. Let's get this oil out and show you guys. Oil looks like it's in good shape. No discoloration of any kind. Gonna probably take, I'm probably gonna need to use some kind of tool for that. It's on there kind of tight right now. Motor just sounds beautiful. lights. Work perfectly. This car feels very nice on the road. Besides the tires that is needed and maybe an alignment, the car is going, the motor has a lot of power. It shifts smoothly through all the gears. It just feels very fun to drive this car. 5th gear. Notice the tires, they're very old and cracked. Okay, here are the records that we have for the car. Most of them are just old stuff from when it was on the road about 20 years ago or so. This is the coolest part. This is the buyer's guide, the old buyer's guide. So it'll tell you the factory options. It looks like they put quite a bit of options there. And then a bunch of old records. Kind of walk you through a few of them. These are all from like the 90s, 89, 1990. This one was from 04. This might have been the last one they did. It looks like a hefty one. They did a lot of things there. '89. Here is the original owner. It spent its life here in the Bay Area. There you go, some records. This is the Porsche booklet, radio information.